Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. You know how this works.
Mhm.
We take some really cool, interesting stuff and you just kind of dive in.
Yeah, that's right.
So before we get started, if you're digging these deep dives, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and smash that bell icon for notifications. All right, let's get to it.
That sounds good.
Today, we're talking about something pretty amazing. The first ever detailed image of a star outside our galaxy.
Oh, wow.
I know, right?
Cool.
So we're talking about WOHG 64, a star located in the Large Magellanic Cloud. And this isn't just any ordinary star. This is a red supergiant, and it's nearing the end of its life. And this image is giving us a glimpse, like a sneak peek, into that whole dramatic process.
Hmm.
Now, for anyone prepping for those big government exams like RBI, SEBI, NABARD, or UPSC, listen up. This is the kind of cutting-edge science that often pops up in those science and tech sections. So tell me, what makes this image so special? How do scientists even capture it?
Well, what's really cool is that WOHG 64 is one of the largest stars we've ever observed in the Large Magellanic Cloud.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And to capture this image, scientists use a pretty powerful tool called the Very Large Telescope Interferometer, VLTI for short.
VLTI. That sounds super impressive. Can you break it down for us? Like, how does it work?
Yeah. So imagine combining the power of four massive telescopes,
Okay.
each with a mirror 8 meters across.
Wow.
That's basically what the VLTI does. It combines the light from these separate telescopes to create essentially a virtual telescope
Oh, I see.
with way, way greater resolving power. You can kind of think of it like having a zoom lens, right? That can see those really fine details from a huge distance.
That's pretty incredible. So they use this like super telescope to capture this groundbreaking image of WOHG 64. And you mentioned it's a red supergiant. So can you explain what that actually means?
So red supergiant is a star in, its final stages of life. It's pretty much exhausted most of its nuclear fuel and has expanded to an enormous size.
Oh, okay.
And in the case of WHG 64, we're talking roughly 2,000 times the diameter of our sun.
Oh my goodness, that's huge.
Yeah, it's massive. And the image actually reveals that it's shedding its outer layers, like forming this cocoon of gas and dust around it.
So what does all this tell us about the ultimate fate of WOHG 64? What happens when a star of this magnitude dies?
Well, there are two main possibilities.
Okay.
Either it ends its life in, a spectacular supernova explosion, or it collapses under its own gravity to form a black hole.
Wow. A supernova or a black hole?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty mind-blowing that we're actually witnessing a star on the verge of such a dramatic transformation. Let's break these possibilities down a little more. Can you elaborate on what actually happens during a supernova?
Okay, so a supernova is basically a giant explosion that marks the end of a massive star's life. And it releases an insane amount of energy, the equivalent of our sun's total energy output over its entire lifespan.
So you're saying over its entire, 10 billion year lifespan.
Exactly 10 billion years.
Whoa, that's a lot of energy. It really puts into perspective the immense scale of these events and their impact on the universe.
Absolutely. And beyond the sheer power, supernovae are actually responsible for creating many of the elements that make up our world and everything in it. Elements like zinc, silver, gold, mercury, even the uranium used in nuclear power plants are all forged in the fiery hearts of these exploding stars.
So let me get this straight. The elements that make up our planet, even our own bodies, originated in these, distant cosmic explosions.
It's true. It really does highlight just how interconnected everything in the universe really is.
Wow. Now, you mentioned earlier that a black hole is another possibility for WOHG 64's fate. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Sure. So when a star, way more massive than our sun, collapses at the end of its life, its core can become so dense that its gravity becomes inescapable, forming a black hole.
Okay.
It's a region of space-time where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape.
So we can't actually see a black hole directly, right? But we can observe its effects on the surrounding matter in space. It's a pretty mind-bending concept, to say the least. As we wrap up here, it's just fascinating to think about what this image of WOHG 64 tells us about, the life cycle of stars and the processes that shape the universe as we know it.
Yeah, I agree. This image provides a kind of a glimpse into the grand finale of a star's life, and it's a reminder of the ongoing cycles of creation and destruction that are happening on a cosmic scale.
Really makes you wonder what other secrets the universe holds, just waiting to be discovered.
For sure.
For those of you who want to explore further, I definitely recommend searching for images of WOHG 64 and other supernova remnants online. You'll be amazed by the beauty and complexity of these events. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring.
See you next time.